Hello Curious and welcome back. In recent days, there has been a lot of talk about Janet Jackson and some of the things that she had said about her late brother Michael. In a brand new 2-episode Lifetime documentary, viewers were taken on a wild ride throughout Janet's decades-long career, including growing up in a famous Jackson family, dealing with her strict father Joe, and rising to fame as a solo artist. She did not shy away to openly talk about many rumours that had surrounded her in the past, shed some light onto past controversies, and most of all, talk about her rocky relationship with her brother, which of course did not sit right with everybody. What exactly did the 55-year-old reveal? What was the reason for Justin Timberlake's silence after the nipplegate? Which of her revelations about her brother had shocked everyone? And why are some fans not happy with Janet? Watch until the very end to find out all the latest news, but before that, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss the hottest celebrity gossip. The brand new 2-night documentary titled simply Janet Jackson aired on January 28th and January 29th on Lifetime and A&E. And since then, it has had a lot of people talking, especially given that the singer decided to clear up some old rumours that had been following her for years. One of them was with regards to an alleged secret child that she had. This is one of the gossip that had followed her for literal decades, and claimed that the All of You singer and her first husband, James DeBarge, had a secret baby in the 80s, and that it was being raised by her sister. And this was something that the artist wanted to set the record straight on once and for all. She commented that even back when they first started going around, she found them to be absurd, as she would never keep a child away from James, because keeping one away from their father is not the right thing to do. One of the explanations she had given as to why fans might have thought she was pregnant back then was because when she was filming Fame, she gained weight due to the birth control she was taking. So that's one decades-long rumour squashed. So if you want to know why else people thought she had a secret daughter, you can be sure to check out our video on the topic by clicking on the link above. Though for now, stay with us to find out why some fans are against Jackson after some of her claims. She also touched upon more on some of her past relationships, such as the one with singer-producer Jermaine Dupri, and the reason as to why it ended. As the pair first split after an 8-year relationship back in 2009, Dupri claimed the reason for it was the distance, as neither wanted to move out of their respective city, with him being based in Atlanta while Jackson was in Malibu. However, according to the 55-year-old who talked about it in a documentary, the real reason was infidelity, because she heard he was cheating. On top of this, she also added that he was a workaholic and she would not see him for 3 weeks out of a month, because as soon as he would come in, he would go to the club, and all she wanted was for him to find some time for her. Her royal fans had something to say, and many took to social media, mainly Twitter, to express their discontent for his unfaithfulness. Though according to an article by Bet, Dupri defended himself, saying that he was being a man and also reckless, not knowing how to handle extra attention that he was getting from women because, as he said, one of the things about dating Janet is that dating Janet attracts other women. What do you think about his claims? One of the other highly talked about points of her career that Janet talked about was nipplegate. As many of you might recall, it refers to the 2004 Super Bowl halftime performance with Justin Timberlake, during which her breast was exposed, a scandal that had derailed her career for many years, as people thought the moment was too crude for family TV. Throughout the years, there was much talk about this, with Timberlake getting some heat for what he did, which in the end had an effect on a woman's career, and especially since he had kept quiet about it. Well, this is another thing the singer had shed some light on during the documentary, and according to Jackson herself, she was the one who encouraged him to say nothing. She explained her decision that she and the Crimea River singer talked once after it took place, and he wasn't sure if he should make a statement or not, to which Janet told him not to do so, as she didn't want any drama for him and that they were all aiming it at her. Later on during the documentary, she sent a message to her fans that are still blaming the former NSYNC member, saying that the two of them are good friends and always will be, adding that she has since moved on and so should they. If you want to know more about the issues the artist has faced not just in her professional career, then be sure to check out our previous video by clicking on the link above. Though for now, make sure to stay with us until the very end. Though of course, the part of the documentary that had everyone talking and made some people angry was what she said about her late brother, the King of Pop. Throughout their childhood and into both of their careers, the brother and sister duo had a close relationship, supporting each other especially when Michael was at the height of his celebrity in the 80s and 90s. Even when her own career began taking off, Janet was there to support him, and according to various media reports, she often helped him out, especially when it came to his wardrobe. Like most siblings, let alone ones that had to grow up in the spotlight, they had their differences, and according to a source close to the family, their issues might not have ever been fully resolved. The insider revealed that the fact hurt the Beatles singer for a while, adding that some of her choices frustrated him, but in the end, their problems were the fault of each of them and not just one-sided. But just what kind of things did the Rhythm Nation artist reveal with regards to her brother? Stay with us to find out. To the surprise of many, the youngest Jackson sibling revealed that there were times that her brother would tease her and call her names. Pig, horse, slaughter hog, cow, those are just some of the ones that she had mentioned during her interview. She went on to say, "He would laugh about it and I'd laugh too, but then there was somewhere down inside that it would hurt. When you have somebody say you're too heavy, it affects you." Though she was quick to point out that it was not something that the Billie Jean singer did out of malice on his part, highlighting that brothers teased their sisters and vice versa, and that it was just fun and funny. But as you can see, on some level, it also had a negative effect on her. Body image issues are something that she had struggled with throughout her entire career, and with time only worsened, especially after she was cast in the sitcom Good Times. As she revealed, it was the start of her time on the set that her issues began, as she looked at herself, and all because she was developing at a very young age, and she started getting a bigger chest, so, in order to make her look younger, they would bind her chest so that it appeared flat. But it was not just changes in her body as she grew, but also putting on weight. While female singers are often scrutinized for any minor changes to how they look and what size they wear, Jackson revealed that she is an emotional eater and that food is a source of comfort for her. And the business that she was in from a young age did not help with her problems at all. But for now, back to Michael, because there were more revelations that came from the youngest Jackson child about her brother. While growing up, they were very close, despite the 7-year difference. Janet talked about how the shift that came in their relationship, and that moment took place in 1982, after Michael's career had reached a whole new level when his iconic album Thriller was released. The youngest of the siblings revealed that while she loved the new record her brother created, it was that time in their lives that she could feel a shift. That one night, he came into her room, neither of them said a thing to each other as he sat down, and after a while, he got up and left. As she said speaking in the Lifetime documentary, "That's the time Mike and I started going our separate ways. He just wasn't as fun as he used to be." Though as time went on, his fame would weigh in on her more than the siblings' strained relationship. Even as Janet's own career blossomed, after she managed to get their father Joe to let go of being her manager, the artist was still living under the heavy burden that was the Jackson name, and especially Michael's shadow. The documentary highlighted that by showing archive footage of her publicity tour overseas for her own album, where in every interview, reporters would ask about the King of Pop. And even as Janet had indulged them and responded to their questions, it was clear that this was having an effect on her. Though there were more ways in which her brother's career had some kind of influence on her own one, and not necessarily a good one. When in 1993 the King of Pop was first accused of abusing a child, his sister faced a great deal of scrutiny as well. She had lost out on the deal with Coca-Cola, which was set to be the biggest brand deal of her career, but when the allegations against her brother had come out, they told her, "No thank you." Which frustrated Janet because despite the fact that they were different people and had their own separate careers, she was still guilty by association. However, despite all this and their apparent estrangement, the Rhythm Nation singer had stayed by her brother's side when he was on trial after new abuse claims surfaced, and after his passing, she appeared to hear testimony in his wrongful death trial, and has continued to honour her brother since then. If you want to know more about Michael's controversies, you can check out our previous video by clicking on the link above. While many fans were supportive of Janet for speaking out in the documentary and telling her side of the story about all those things, some were of a different mindset. When it came to her revelations about Michael, some of his fans thought that she should have kept those things to herself, as it has been so long since his passing, and according to them, there is no need to drag up the past and to let the King of Pop rest in peace. So curious, what are your thoughts on the documentary? Did you watch it? Do you agree that Janet should not have spoken out about her brother? Did the things she says surprise you? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Until next time.